Hi guys, another little video for you this week. And this week we are concentrating on journaling and affirmations. So you may have heard people on about journaling and affirmations before and wondered what it is, how you get started, how it could benefit you. So I'm going to kind of go through each one separately because they do mean completely different things. So journaling is basically like starting a diary for yourself. So journaling really helps with clearing your mind, reducing anxiety and stress. Sometimes just writing how you're feeling on a piece of paper or what's going through your mind on a piece of paper just helps alleviate it going around your head constantly. So a lot of people like to do it either first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Obviously, if you're thinking about things later on at night and you're finding that it's keeping you awake, some people find that journaling helps them to clear the mind so that they can sleep better. So that is one way of starting it. But I do appreciate that buying a journal and having a blank page can be quite overwhelming. And it is just literally trying to start a habit. So obviously we've mentioned habits before. And it's something that you would do daily to get into the habit of. So you'd have to pick a time that's good for you. Like I say, some people do it last thing at night, so they have it at the side of the bed, or whenever through the day, but try and stick to the same time every day when you do your journaling. So the different ways that it can help is by um, clearing your mind of anything. Obviously, if you've got goals that you want to achieve, you can write your goals down that you want to achieve, how you feel about them goals, if you feel like they're achievable, giving yourself little targets to hit. All this can be done with journaling. It doesn't necessarily have to just be words that are inside your head. So you can track your progress and your growth. Obviously, these are things that you can look back on and see how you were feeling at a certain time if you were feeling a bit low, and then realizing that you've now got a more positive mindset. That would also be growth. So it's not always about scale weight and things like that. You can gain self confidence through it as well. And I think, if it helps with kind of anxiety, any kind of mental health issues that you're feeling at the moment, I feel like sometimes if you get it all out onto a piece of paper, it will help with your self confidence. Um, it doesn't always have to be negative, it can be positive, it can be anything that's going on during the day. Obviously, it'll improve your writing and communication skills if you're always keeping up with it. And just finding inspiration from it, really. Um, I think sometimes if we actually write a goal down on a piece of paper, I think there was a study once, and I can't remember the study now, so apologise if it's not correct. But there was actually a study, and it said that if people write down their goals, they are 75% more likely to follow it out than they are if they don't write it down. So when I talk to clients and I say to them, write this in your diary because you need to make an appointment with yourself, or, if you're going to do something, make sure that you write it down so that you commit to it. There is a reason behind that. There's a lot more of a success rate if you write things down. So journaling doesn't have to just be how you're feeling at the moment. It can be target based. It can be anything about your confidence. But normally, what I do say to clients is to finish off your journaling with some gratitude. Obviously, if your journaling at the time is things that are causing you anxiety, things that are causing you stress, to finish it off with something that you're grateful for leaves it in a positive note. So, again, if it's something that's keeping you up at night, and it's a negative, or whether it's something that you're stressing about, if you finish it off with gratitude, then it helps to kind of close the chapter on it, if that makes sense. So I would probably be saying that, I need to make sure that I need to get all my work done. This is what I need to do for the rest of the day. This is what I need to do tomorrow. Write it all down, how I feel about that, whether I'm feeling overwhelmed, whether I feel like I'm strong enough to get through it, whether I need to ask for help, anything like that. And then obviously just say what you're grateful for, whether that be attached to whatever that you've written down, or whether it's just gratefulness in general. It's really strong practice to practice gratitude. I know I've just said practice quite a bit, but it's a really good practice to highlight what you're grateful for. And a lot of people in this circumstance as well always practice gratitude about other people, but never about themselves. So, what I want you to do is to make sure that you're practicing gratitude about yourself, as well as having a healthy family and having a loving partner or having loving children and being healthy and happy. They're all quite vague. And yes, I can completely understand that you are grateful for them things. We'd all be grateful for them things in our life, but you also need to be grateful for your body and how your body gets you through workouts and how you look after your body with the food that you eat and how I like how my arse looks in my jeans. I'm grateful for that. Anything like that, it needs to be something a little bit more personal to you than deflecting it onto someone else. Because obviously, when you need to feel gratitude, you need to feel it for yourself and not just deflect, if that makes sense. It's very common for people to deflect it and just say, "Oh, I'm happy that my family's happy." And that's lovely. And it is a thing to be grateful for. But I also want you to include something that you're grateful for about yourself and about your body or about your own intellect or anything else, but something personal to you. That needs to be something that you're grateful for. So, gratitude can be practiced every day. I know someone who used to do it every Sunday morning. They used to do a gratitude list of what they've done through the week. But again, if you're practicing journaling and it is something that you need to be doing every day, even if you're starting with one sentence in your journaling, because like I say, having that blank page in front of you can be quite daunting to start off with. But it does help, and it does help with your mental health as well. And it will grow over time. You will become more comfortable with the practice. It's just like anything. That first time that you walk into the gym, you always feel overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. But the more you keep going and the more you get used to things, the more you're more comfortable with it. So if it is something that you want to start, get yourself a little book. I did this with one of my clients. We found out we both got a love for W.H. Smith. So we went off and purposely got our own nice book for journaling in, and made it a nice thing for us to do. And that's what I'd want you to do. But like I say, try to finish it off with a gratitude list as well. So the other thing that we wanted to mention was affirmations. So affirmations can be quite difficult for people to do. And again, this is something that should be practiced on a daily basis. They normally say for you to do these things for like a month to start off with. And it's about getting uncomfortable with the uncomfortable, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. Sorry. So affirmations is something that we're not very good at. And it's basically, again, highlighting what you're good at. So where I've just said about the gratitude, being grateful about things, you know, being able to say, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am fit, I am healthy, I am loving, and it's all positive things. So you need to be specific with them. So what I do, a lot of people either do it two ways really. You can either have an affirmations jar, and when you're feeling low, you can pull out affirmations that you've made about yourself and read through them. That's a really good way. But I like to do it every day, and I like to talk to myself in the mirror when I'm doing it. And I know that might sound a little bit weird that I talk to myself in the mirror every morning. However, you talking to yourself in the mirror has a really big mental health benefit, really, because I say this quite a lot. So when people get up in the morning and go, oh, I look like crap, and you tell yourself in the mirror that you look like crap, that is what you'll be thinking for the rest of the day. You've effectively told yourself that you look like crap. So if you change that narrative and make it more positive, that's how you will feel for the rest of the day. If you say, I look good, I feel good in my clothes, I'm going to have a really good day today, I'm going to be successful, it's going to be productive, and you're positive about things, you change that mindset and you're more positive to yourself. So it is something that I like to do in the mirror when I'm looking at myself to do it. However, I know that people have done it before where they've got either a note in their like Samsung Notes like we've got, or like an Apple Notes or whatever it is on iPhone. And it's something that they read through when they're feeling a bit low. So this can also be achievements that you've done as well. So affirmations can be things that you've achieved that your body's achieved that you're proud of. So, say for example, Kai could put that she's grateful that her body is able to put her through a marathon training, or I can say that I'm strong and I'm healthy because I do my CrossFit sessions. So it's all different things to help you with a more positive mindset. So, how to write your own affirmations. So, you've got to enjoy the process. It is a little bit awkward to start off with because you're just like, well, I don't really know what to put. But even the simplest of things will help. So, you do need to be specific when you're writing them, not just, well, I'm okay. Well, okay at what? What are you doing? Like, how are you feeling? Use specific words, and again, like I spoke about in another video, kind of use basic words. So don't over intellectualize it. Just put basic words that maybe a toddler would use. And then it just makes it a little bit easier to adapt on. So begin every sentence with I. So I look good. I feel good. I am good looking. It's all there. But it all starts with I. Okay. And make sure that they're positive. There's no point saying, I look like crap this morning. I'm not going to do very well, because that is the complete opposite of what we're trying to achieve. So write in the present tense as well. So you could also like say how you're feeling right then and there. If you're doing them on a daily basis, you could do this, or still make sure that you're writing in the present tense. Not I felt good 20 years ago. I felt good when I did this. I felt good when it needs to be something that you're doing presently to make it a little bit more personal to yourself and something that you can kind of attach with emotionally. And so make sure that they do resonate with you, and use your own handwriting if you're writing them down. I know some people do like to use an app, but I just think that you can kind of disconnect yourself when it's on a phone. Like we use phones all the time for messaging. I just think if you actually make it a practice where you write it down, it's in your own handwriting, and you go through the process of writing these affirmations, I feel like it's a little bit different and it's a little bit more personal to you. Include the emotions that you want to feel as well. So this is kind of a little bit how I got around my body issues. So it's kind of faking it before you're making it. I'm not even sure whether it should be a good practice or not, but it helped me, and I can only count on how it helped me. So I used to pick positives out from my body, and I used to say, like, almost kind of say, I am happy. And it was almost like my brain was there thinking, yeah, but you've got this going on, you've got this going on. How can you say that you're happy? But the more you kind of say it to yourself, this is what an affirmation is. The more you say it to yourself, the more you start believing it, because I am happy. It's only my own head getting in the way sometimes. Um, I love my life. I've got a really good life. I've got no reason not to be happy. But sometimes it's saying it out loud, and then you have this little voice in the back of your head doubting yourself. So if you're wanting to feel that way, then start saying that that's how you feel, to start bringing them feelings towards you. So it's almost like manifesting how you want to feel, and making it true for yourself. So make sure that you refer to them regularly. Like I say, some people just go through them when they're feeling a bit low, but I feel like if it's something that you did in the mirror every morning, then you've got more chance of them sticking in your mind than you have if you just kind of refer to it as and when you're feeling a bit low, because then you've kind of missed the object. Then really you've gone, you feel low. We're trying to stop you from feeling low in the first place. So ideally you do it on a daily basis so that we stop these low feelings that you might get. So I hope that gives a little bit of an insight into journaling and affirmations and gratitude as well. They are really strong practices. They're really strong practices for your mental health. I do them regularly. I do them with clients regularly. And a lot of people have had fantastic results from including them into their daily routine. So if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it all, which some people do and they don't really know where to start, then by all means, either message in the group, message us privately. We can talk you through it. It has to come from you. We can't tell you what to put. But we can always help you if that's what you need help with. But it is definitely something that you need to look into for your own self-belief, your own confidence, and helping with your mental health a little bit. If your head's just a bit all over the place, it really helps. So I hope that this was informative. I hope that you've enjoyed the video for this week. Have a really good one, and I'll speak to you soon.